Allergies, even the nose. Must be the eclipse. Hey, Darla, how's it going? Thanks for the likes. Thanks for being here, as always. And thanks for the ongoing support, Darla, over the years and since the time that you've been here. Alex, how are you doing, man? How's Stephanie? How's Freezy doing? Hope you guys are all doing well. And of course, the rest of the kids and family. Thanks, Alex, for being here, man. More and more, brother, I'm thinking of how much fun we're going to have at the camping. Rain or not, I'll be honest with you, it's going to be fun. We're going to have an experience. We're going to film all of this. I'm even bringing an extra older cameraman that is going to be able to take some more shots. Like, if I don't have to explain to you who works in this business that, we'll be able to get some amazing shots. Film absolutely everything. And then we'll all get together after with the things that we don't want to be seen. We'll have like a private video for ourselves, and we'll have what we will show to the public, much like the UFO report. We'll be able to lie to the people. Everything was really smooth. This is our video. We're gonna have some fun. Hello, Leah. How are you doing, Leah? I'm so sorry for all the crap, honestly, that you had to go through to do everything just to be able to send me something. And, well, just to be able to, it's something amazing. But I'm not going to hide it. I know you're not bragging about it or anything, but it's annoying. The mail system, the system in general is something that's a problem. 25 watching today. It'll be interesting to see how many people will be here on the Saturday, to see if anyone's from Rumble. I want to welcome everyone from Rumble. As small as the community is here, and you will see on Rumble, I'm not going anywhere. I will always be there on Rumble also. It takes a long time for people that show things that the government don't want to be seen to be able to get out there. And, I even tried to do like Alex Jones, start my own website, and it was worse. Didn't get any feedback. So one person at a time that comes here. Hey, McDermott, thank you so much. Thanks for being here, my friends. Hi from Montreal, Canada. It's the first, really first or only a couple times that I've done the. I hear ya. Will the rain ever stop? Well, it's the same here, and there's a couple of days of rain coming. And don't forget, we all know that humidity comes from the damn moon. And with the eclipse that just went on, beautiful eclipse, by the way. If you haven't seen the video, guys, please check it out. An absolutely incredible video. Comparison to NASA, really happy about that. What Soho showed, I showed a little closer, which I know makes no sense. So you could imagine what NASA would have been able to show. One thing that was missing, I wanted to film myself if I would have had another camera to see my reaction to the darkness arriving. Darla had mentioned that. Yes, it would have been perfect having seen that. Jumping over people here. Greg Roberts, big fan. Greg, Phoenix, Arizona. Amen. Greg, thanks. And thanks for the comments and for stopping by, you guys. Honestly, I can't thank you enough for being here. Danny, thanks a lot. The people that are here, it's the family, that comes back. We get some, now the new saviors are hopefully Rumble one day. I have good expectations, for Rumble, as much as like any social media platform. They're not always easy, to be on, and there's always something that seems that I don't like this part of it, or I don't like that part of it. But hey, I look, Norma C, if you're here Saturday, how are you doing? There's people watching on Rumble. People prefer watching on Rumble, but now you can support this channel also by simply viewing a video on Rumble. I monetize the Rumble channel. It's going to take years before I could even pull any dollars out, I'm sure, but it doesn't matter. And that's how it is to start an online business. But it didn't start out as a business. I was here for many years before even being monetized, showing a lot of cool stuff. And I get a lot of good response back. I mean, don't change anything. It's absolutely incredible. It's the best part of having done the research. Sadly, there's not enough new people stopping by the channel, but that's just, that's how they suppress what's going on. Gobstopper, good day to you. Happy Saturday, you guys. Hi, Bruce. Was the blob out of South Africa real? My friend, I'm going to have to look that up. Hang on. I didn't even hear about that. Yes, my friend, we're in times where we have to be careful with the bullshit, excuse the expression, coming out. They found that the African blob extends about and here I'm imagining the blob, like the blob I got around the moon. If you guys haven't seen it, please check out my short videos and long videos. But the short video shows the massive space jelly in the moon's atmosphere, miles wide. That's happening. They're see through. They're sucking up larvae in the moon's atmosphere, whether it be in water or not. We don't know exactly what space is, but this is mind-boggling to be able to see it just in my research. So thanks for bringing that up. They say they found that the African blob extends about 620 miles, 1,000 kilometers, higher than the Pacific blob. That's a difference of roughly 118 Mount Everests. Um, Whoa. In total, the Pacific blob extends 435 to 500 miles, 700 to 800 kilometers, upward from the boundary between the core and the mantle. So let's see here. Let me get a quick look at this. This is going to be good. They're talking about inside. Yeah, right. A pair of blobs. The mantle blobs are properly known as large, low shear wave velocity provinces. This means that when seismic waves generated by earthquakes travel through these deep mantle zones, the waves slow down. They would slow down. This deceleration indicates that there's something different about the mantle at this spot, such as density or temperature or both. Scientists aren't sure why the mantle blobs exist. There are two I think I'm off subject, right? Now they've ventured me onto maybe something else. But no, I'm gonna have to do some looking up. Listen, I know a lot about in my research and what's going on out there. Can't know everything, that's for sure. Enormous blob deep beneath Africa is slowly rising. Interesting. Blob. So it's like underwater volcano or what? Giant structures via seismic operation. Well, okay, listen, we can say for the fun of it, or not for the fun of it, that damn it, underwater moon bases much. I think by this point they exist. Now they showed a little while ago UFOs going into the ocean, boom, like diving into the ocean at high rates of speed after having gone 80,000 feet up into the air and coming back down into the water and not creating wake in the water, not splashing or disturbing the water or anything physical. Right. So that's why that explanation always comes up about UFOs. Are they actually in the physical world? So you can imagine how long the debate is going to be and how many different theories and professors from Harvard, including that they have their SATs, of course, for inscription, will be able to bring up information. You know how many scientists are out there that don't have degrees and that are doing incredible research? I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the real ones really bringing up information about science. I'm bringing up basic, stupid, silly stuff that I think it's just stuff that people don't even really think about. What I say here is based on my research, of course, because I find a lot of things out there in research. When I see that NASA and even professional scientists say the exact opposite of what I'm showing on the moon, I don't believe what they say. I don't take what they say for granted for sure. Anthony Williams, how are you, brother? That was looking forward to see the live stream from space. Would have been awesome, eh? I know the way I wrote it in the title. I hope now I'll pass off as clickbait, but we're gonna see about a 2-minute video of one new company, a balloon company that's going to be sending an unprecedented amount of people to space, and a little funny outcome of what I believe could happen if um, the balloon breaks. Right back, coffee copy. Back in the days in the 1960s when they used to show newspapers and they used to say, well, space travel's coming and floating cars are coming and soon we'll be able to create vacuums that, drive around or float around the house by themselves to clean everything. And, all the hype that they were doing back in the days for sales and selling stuff, snake oil, right? Well, you can imagine what they're going to be doing and are doing right now for space tourism. We have a slew of companies, SpaceX, for Virgin Galactic, and like 15, 20, 30 other ones. We have private space companies, and they're all being given money, or, there's competitions and contests literally to come up with lunar landers and lunar habitats, which, by the way, in 2026, the world around us is going to be very different, guys. We don't know what's going to happen leading up to 26 and or how much they're going to say, but don't forget that we're talking about hypersonic travel to occur for tourism for us. So long what they said at reasonable prices around the world, that we're doing sonic boom tests in the States, and I'm sure elsewhere in the world. So all this is not just being tested, but now literally, sorry, being tested, physically being tested. So the balloon company is going to send up 10 balloons unmanned and 10 crewed balloon missions. And I have a little funny outcome of what could happen with that object if it was to plummet back to Earth. And we'll be looking at a little bit of that. Thank you so much for taking time off on your Saturdays. Maybe you're sitting down eating lunch or with family, or maybe you're listening in while you're driving. Drive safely. Gobstopper, thanks again for stopping by. The Rio Bueno, how's it going, brother? Unexpected live. Hey, Bruce. Yes, because not that I felt that I owed one. I always love doing my streams, and I didn't not do a stream yesterday, but I said, with the allergy, I said, okay, what I'm going to do, I took Elias's suggestion, play some music after too. And then I said, I'm going to do a live stream on Saturday because I wanted to see maybe how many people would stop by. The notifications don't usually get out. It's a little hard to get the notifications out to people. I know that. Mr. Hulaski, I hope you are doing well. The eclipse has gone by. How is everyone's luck? I don't know. I feel good vibes, aside from luck or not, good vibes on the horizon. I'm feeling maybe some type of good is going to come out, but in the news. I rarely dream. I have more daydreams than I have dreams at night, but I've been having a little odd dreams the past few days. And silly or not, when I go to bed now, since 2023, I've always tried to do tests. Yeah, I'm totally weird. I have a paper beside my bed to indicate certain things that I do when I go to sleep, and to test to see if I can find things when I'm sleeping elsewhere in other dimensions. Yeah, you should actually try it. It would scare the living hell out of you, because I asked to go somewhere and I just keep thinking of that and going to sleep. And in my sleep, I went to a place, and there were a lot of people this time, but I started smelling for the first time, and I thought that was odd. I said, and it scared me, because I said, if I'm in a dream, I shouldn't be smelling stuff. But again, a dream could make me think I'm smelling. I hear you, but it was still pretty awesome. It felt really, really realistic. Then I was horrified, horrified, because I realized that when I'm in my dream, there's that particular place I always go back to. It's a freaking old building. It's the only thing that I can understand with many levels, but I feel so claustrophobic in that. It's dirty. It's damp, because I feel the humidity, and there's a lot of people in there. A lot of people in there. And when I'm walking in room to room, it's a little morbid. Nothing bad's happening. There's nobody's walking around or moving. It's just people standing up there. But I realized that I was not able to see their faces. So a couple of days I've been trying to go back to that area, and I have, and I've been able to see. Take it with a grain of salt. Okay, this could be entertainment too, because it's interesting. If real or not, I went back last night to that place, and I deliberately wanted. I got chills there. I deliberately wanted to look up at their faces, but I'd never thought of doing that before in a dream. It's like, instead of being in the dream and trying to move around, I was more like sitting down and looking at the dream, because I felt it was a dream. When you realize that maybe you're physically there through consciousness, and not physically walking around, but still feeling the temperatures and smelling. That was the first time. I noticed that I could see colors. And they say in dreams, you don't see in color. And I've always been fascinated by that, because I see the most beautiful colors. Golden coins are golden in my dreams. And again, it could be an imagination, because we're seeing black and white. We imagine in color. But I went back to that place, and I tried to look up at the faces. And when I tried to look up at the faces, it's literally like their heads, as from their chest, was in a floor that I couldn't see them. And it's not a floor, but it's a literal solid field of something, not bright, black darkness, like cutting off the head, so I can't see them. And it scared me, and I said, what the hell?" And they told me that their head was not here. It was in another dimension, and I woke up, and I thought it was amazingly funny, but very interesting. Maybe it was someone trying to explain something to me in a funny way because they're not allowed to. But when I tried to look up at the head, I was told that I wasn't going to be able to look up in the dream. And I thought it was awesome. So I said, "Hey, Saturday, I'll share that. Interesting or not, dreams, it could be anything." I'm not saying I'm a no guru at all, no prophet either. I never will be, never will try to be, but there's some interesting things that have happened in my life, very spiritual. I've encountered many paranormal events and stuff, and I expect on sharing a lot of them. Some of them are very eccentric, very ridiculous. They defy laws of physics and don't make a lot of sense and are a little silly, but they happen. So, hey, silly things can happen. That's the only way I look at it. I don't feel offended if people laugh at it, which is normal. You could be right. I could be crazy. Stragetta, love the name. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks again, Danny. Miss Jules, good morning, and everyone, good morning to you. Sammy M, how are you? Thanks a lot for stopping by. Marisol Garcia, thank you. Hello from Quebec, Montreal. Ed, how are you, brother? Hey, everybody. Good evening, Bruce. By evening. So this is cool. We got people. It's afternoon for some people. It's morning for some people. And we have some people here that it's evening for you all. If we're in the UK, I'm going to try to get it right this time. 6:15 p.m. in the UK. I'm going to have to learn the other time zones. Diane Kant, how are you? Supermod, thank you very much. Love from the Netherlands. More people from the Netherlands. Thanks a lot, you guys. I love you, my friends from the Netherlands. Thank you very much. Bless you all. Thank you very much, Ed. Gobstopper, thanks again for coming in. We have lucky seven, by the way, on Rumble. Rumble's lucky seven. You know what's missing? Leah, I'm wearing this. You know what's missing with this? The pipe, the newspaper, and the dog, and the leather chair. Fireplace. I like this cozy little sweater. I like the little things in life. Little things in life. I'm telling you, I have my whole life behind me of tools of music. I'm telling you, I'll be playing those till I'm 80. You'll never see them leave. There'll always be those there. And the little things in life, keeping the little things not simple, actually. With little simple things, I make big fun events and extravagant things. We'll be bringing those camping this year, guys, by the way. Those of you in Montreal or even further than Montreal, or maybe some crazy people in the States. Why do I say crazy? Because Jules, Lee, and everyone are explaining to me how damn expensive it would be to come down here and to go camping. But in Ormstown, Quebec, we will be going camping. We'll be going to the fair also. The fair was Alex Fortier's idea, and I definitely wanted to have some reunion, but wasn't really thinking of how reunion. Like, we can't really meet in the parking lot. We could, but instead, how about an evening camping or several evenings camping? Some of us will be there up to 3 days recording everything, and you guys won't even see me gone, because that week that I'm going to be going camping, I'm going to do a slew of videos in advance, get a lot of stuff in the sky for you. You won't even notice we're gone. I promise. Or I'm gone. There's no we here. Often I say we. Me and the Holy Spirit. So, guys, one day I had a dream, we're going to start a band maybe with someone, and I was thinking Alex Fortier, obviously, maybe his son too, but I'm thinking right off the bat, Elias, Alex, and me, and we'll call ourselves Eclipse. We'll stick me, Fatso, in front. We'll get no, Elias is taller in front, and then we'll get, all the different heights and sizes. It's because we follow each other in height. Froggy Zombie. Blob. Yeah, I'm a little confused, actually. I don't know myself. Being honest with you, it's the first time I hear that. But again, remember that other blob. Remember massive, was it coral? No, it's all the seaweed that came up from the floor and that was headed over in a big, like many miles wide. Remember that last year? What the hell happened? Well, I thought there was an explosion in the bottom of the ocean for all that seaweed to come up. There's something coming up from the bottom of the ocean, maybe. And guys, it could be aliens making tunnels. Sure, a lot of you say they're already there. Yeah, okay, they're already there, but they could be expanding, right? They could also be expanding. Hello, Iski. Thank you very much, Wilma Baker. I appreciate that. Yeah, Hauser. Thanks, brother. Hauser, 6:18 your time. Azur Netziv. Hello, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Was in the path of total eclipse, Anthony, and looked at it with eclipse glass in my eyes. Me too, Anthony. And I'm seeing very dark, and it always scares me. And after an evening of infrared, it also affects me. But my eyes have been affected a little bit with the light. I notice after having done that myself. Thanks for bringing that up, man. My eyes are still bothering me. He says, like after looking at an arc. There you go. Same, like a flash. The last few days with my eyes sore. Like, look at my eyes. The guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Eyes are black. And now, as every year, when the sun starts coming out and I start getting a little tan because I'm working outside, people say, hey, Bruce, you look great. Your eyes aren't black anymore. No, my cheeks are black as my black eyes now. It's going to come. It's linked to the South Atlantic anomaly. Very interesting. I have to take a look at that one, guys, together for sure. If you go to space in a balloon, does it have to be a weather balloon? I don't know, bro. But I'm going to tell you what. I don't trust going up in a balloon. I don't trust a plane, let alone a balloon. But obviously, I guess they'd fall back slowly until they enter the atmosphere. It would be one hell of an entrance. And I have a really funny example of what would happen if it does re-enter that way, if the balloon busts. It's one balloon, bro. 600 feet up in the air, en train de se faire gonfler, getting blown up while the people are on the boat and spending an evening of drinks, watching, getting ready to take off in a capsule, then rising in the capsule, 12 miles an hour. I'm going to show you the video too later. Going up, I mean, well, okay, the ideal is wonderful, but I don't know about some of the things that could happen. Like what would happen to it if it goes up and all of a sudden comes down in a hurricane, a storm, whatnot? I don't know. I mean, I'm just maybe looking for bugs here, but there are always bugs in any launch. If it's not a bloody hose or nozzle problem that they have. But guys, we're talking about a pretty primitive object. We're talking about a ball with massive windows, by the way. I would not want that crashing down to earth because honestly, it's like 2000 manège. It's like you're at a fair in a carousel. You got up to your waist, you're protected, and higher up, you're just out there. You can see outside. So absolutely. Yep. All is well. The only reason why I came on, guys, is because yesterday I did not do the evening stream. I'm very sorry for it. I know you all understand, but I did. I do love doing those streams, and that's why I wanted to come on Saturday. Just say a quick hello. We'll take an hour together or something like that, an hour, like max there together, and we'll watch a short 10-minute video. Interesting, by the way, and a bit of what's going on in the news, more problems about the debris, and again, the capsule, which the spacecraft Neptune, by the way, if ever you want to look it up yourself afterwards. Very interesting. Frédéric, mon frère, comment ça va? Un petit coucou de Toulouse. Merci beaucoup. My friend in Toulouse, thank you very much. I got to scroll all the way down. One, two, three, four, five. A Dabra. The only thing I know about Dabra is it's a monetary system. I'm not sure, my friend. Explain, please. Ahoy, mateys! Bruce, sees all family, Auntie Honey in the house. How are you, my dear? Thank you for being here, my friends. Christian Tillman, thanks for being here, buddy. Thanks for being a member, guys. Crazy people from other side of the planet, maybe? Could be. Love camping, and I'm a great cook, barbecue master. Christian, you're anywhere near Ormstown, or some of you actually do want to take a trip down and you are in the province or even out of province, please do. We're going to be a good gang there, regular people. Elias, Alex, me, a couple of other people, quite a few people, probably be already 30 now. And if we get to 40 or 50, we'd actually be able to rent the whole Savage camping. So that's where we're going, in the camping, wild camping area. But it's wild, surrounded by houses. We don't see the houses. It's nice nature. Often little storms that are created there, little thunderstorms. We have a lot of fun. It's just along the edge of the border, Ormstown, Quebec. Look up the Ormstown Fair. We'll be looking at that in May and June together to find out if some of you want to come by. It's going to be, $20 entrance to the fair. If you don't want to go to the fair, you can come to the camping afterwards. If you don't want to camp in Ormstown, but you do want to stop by for the entire day or for a visit, for a drinky poo, well, stop by and you can pay for the visiting tariff to come in. I think it's $6-10, something like that, to come in for a couple of hours or for the day to visit. It's the first reunion of anyone ever in the community. Elias is the only person, and Darla was the first person ever in the community that I met, and didn't meet a lot more after that. Pat, I met. Elias, and I met Alex. No one else. Got close to a lot of you, but I met no one else. And yeah, a camping moment would be absolutely amazing. So thanks for letting me share that out there. Any of you on the X platform near Montreal want to come camping? You're in the States, you got enough money to come down, want to spend the three crazy evenings to look at hundreds of UFOs? Come on by, because I'm the UFO guy, and I'm definitely going to bring some to the camping with me for sure. They'll be there. I rented like 20 or 30 of them to come by the campsite. Guaranteed, Alex. You watch. Yaneruki. 3 days. It was 6 degrees and 25 degrees today. Hey, wow. Yeah, solar radiation. Oui, puis Yaneruki, le soleil est encore actif. The sun is active yet again. Want to go camping? We'll have to post myself in a giant box with water, snacks, and a pee bottle. Yeah, I mean... How awesome would it be to get a dunking booth and everything? 83 on X. Hey, I love you guys. Thank you very much, X platform, for being there. In but a couple of minutes, we're going to see an interesting video. I hope you're going to stick around to see a very interesting way of going to space and a funny outcome of what I believe could possibly happen with the help of our Jackass team, is all I'm going to say. And you'll understand why in relationship to the Neptune spacecraft. I'm talking about the Jackass team. There's a bathroom in the spacecraft, lifting up by a balloon. Anyways, I see a bad outcome that could happen with this. Dina, how are you? Wow, Cornwall from the UK. Beautiful. I'm close to Cornwall here in Ontario. Thank you very much. First chance of sunny weather yesterday, and they've been chemtrailing us to death. Gray haze and rain today. Thanks, Dina, and I love you for being a member. Thank you so much. That's the problem. When we get the sunny days, then they start chemtrailing like crazy. At the eclipse, it was ballistic. Je sais pas si toi, Yaneruki, tu as eu beaucoup durant l'eclipse des traînées. The chemtrails were absolutely ballistic here during the eclipse, and they have not stopped. 4 or 5 days of rain. We're probably about 3 days of rain left. Very humid in the air also. Not cold, but very humid. I heard that were module failures while calculating. Thanks, Christian, for sharing that, brother. Good one, Darla. They really are, Count Derpula. They just found out. Yeah, exactly. They just found out in space. No, sorry, I'm thinking of space. They just found out in the oceans that there is like 100,000 times more, or maybe I'm exaggerating, more plastic than we think. Unfortunately, there's a lot of plastic hiding the alien bases down there, and we have micro organisms or whatever, little small particulates of particles of plastic in our blood. You can imagine the whales. You see the videos and images where they're pulling out these out of whales 250 bottle caps and water bottles. It's sad. It's too bad. And the worst of it, the government absolutely knew not to do that, and they don't want us throwing a bottle in the water, but they will Quite simply, now they charge companies for dumping. Well, you caused a lot of radiation this year. We're going to charge you $10 billion. So they give $10 billion, but they made $120 billion, and everything's good. They can pollute more the next year because it's going to give more money to the government. It's a sad situation, but that's how it is. Star Hunter is in the house, man. Thanks, bro, for everything, the comments, and for stopping by, the support, for being a member, and every platform and everywhere you guys support me. Susan Ravella and Rocky, hope you guys and gals are doing good today. Happy Saturday, Bruce and everyone. A Saturday stream. Little change, a Saturday stream. I really missed you guys from last night. Sorry about that. Kristen, better late than never. Hi to you. Thank you very much for being here. Ça va changer le monde, mon frère. It's going to change the world. And let me scroll down and there's a lot of people here. That's cool. For a Saturday, that's totally fun. Hey, we have Kai, Grip Rippers in the house. Thank you very much, Darla. You guys want to send me something like, that's not a body part or anything, you can send it there. Hate mail's there. Love mail's there. Poor Leah had so much problems. Yeah, thought something was cooking. I'm tired as hell. Forgive for not running through the list. Hey, it's all good, brother. It's early here. I'm last minute at the same time. Granddaughter's at Plymouth. Hey, hello to the granddaughter. Hee haw. I miss hee haw. Hey, I think I'm getting it, man. Me, I don't know. I'm getting worse. Same, Susan. Thank you so much. You guys can help the channel also by joining Patreon. Every video except for the streams have the details of the fundraiser of my event and Patreon, where you can help with a couple of dollars, or by being here, you're definitely helping. It's a free channel, and this channel, I do it full time. So with the ads and stuff, it helps when you look at stuff, right? If you're interested, thumbs up, sharing out the research. A lot of you are giving me that feedback, and I mean it. It really helps. Bruce, I shared out your video. I know you're going to say it's not much. I don't have a lot of people following me. No, it does, guys, because you know what it does? It creates a route, a pathway on Facebook. If you share it on Facebook, it creates a pathway for whoever wants to click on that to come to my channel. And in analytics over the years, because it takes years, you could see people coming from other social media platforms. And I never get people from Facebook. I never get people from TikTok because it's and Rumble either. So what's happening is that, obviously they're suppressing more and more. It's something deliberate. It's a bit hard to be able to get people to stop by the channel. Elias, a member, imagine, for 20 months, bro. I owe you so much. Thank you for that. I mean it. And not just here on the French channel, also for gifting out the memberships on the channel, bro, for believing this research channel. Really appreciate that. Ever since I said we were going to do a live stream, I so want to do a live stream. I think Sunday I'm going to come on and do my first just hello live stream on my music channel, by the way, Bruce's Music, on Sunday. If Elias is around, he's working, so I might have to, we'll be doing it early, around 2:00. If ever anyone's there, wants to stop by the Bruce's Music channel, be doing a live stream there. It helps, guys. If you want to support me in many different ways, Bruce's Music, I want to monetize the channel. My goal was to have 3 or 4 platforms monetized, same platform but different channels, so that myself I'll be able to get more equipment and stuff. So with your help and that, by watching the videos, really helps the channel. Thank you very much, kind sir, for being here that long, man, and everything. Scouts House Mafia in the house. Sounds like the Gonna Need a Mask 2020 again, but for the fish FFS. Yes. Louis, merci mon frère d'être ici. Merci pour les contributions, mon frère. Thanks for being here, brother. Hello. Right on, Kai. You get those knuckles yet? So many people here. I'm really happy, you guys. That's why I'm scrolling down here. Wow, there is a lot of people. Oh, now I'm at the bottom now. Finally, I'm at the bottom. 133. That's an important number, 133. Almost wasn't, no biggie. Didn't even get nervous. Is Christy here? Where's Christy? Hello, Christy Lindsay. But send Bruce a picture of myself for his morning desk, and absolutely, and a strain of hair, so that his aliens can clone me. Perfectus Adamus. Listen, I have a website that I have been doing that, and for only $9.99 per month, you'd be able to actually get back a picture of the alien that will be recreating you, and maybe a little glimpse of the. Can you imagine when the world gets to there? Well, say to yourself, the elites are there, and this is what they're doing: experimenting with fine wines and cheeses and our DNA is literally what they're doing. I'll add on yachts, obviously. My yacht's bigger than your yacht, right? Yeah, I'm adding 60 feet onto the deck in front because of my friggin' two different helicopters that I have to bring both on the trip with me across the stream where I'm going. And I'm not mad at people that are rich. Hey, profit from life 100%. You can't get mad at people for being rich. But I laugh at the people that are rich because they're sad. They're such sad people. They have 6 yachts and they're pissed off because they have to pay to get somebody to sell their yachts. Shut up. I mean, shut up. Been feeling off kilter for a few days. I've been feeling how can I say mind wise spot on aligned. Even my guitar is like I learned more now all of a sudden, but allergies and the sore back. I think it's my sciatic nerve. I hadn't had a problem in a while since I lost the weight, so I was very happy about that. But all the way from my right nut to the back of my neck to my right nut to all the way down to the back of my leg. It's been since I played pool with Elias and Alex. I've been I've had a sore back, and this was like many days. It was almost a month ago, and I'm still sore. So it could be age because I'm now an old 49 years old. I don't want, anyways. I would say I'm old. I just feel old. Awesome. Hey, non, it's all good. C'est super correct, Léaos. Bonjour à toi, Léaos, et à ton papa. Je vous aime fort. Je vous envoie de l'énergie sur votre côté. Elias is with his dad. Right on. Hi, Christy. Thanks for being here, Christy. I am so overdue on Patreon. I mean, I am enough that I should be shunned by all of you. Lots going on. Videos persist. It's just more I'm showing, the less people are coming by. Unfortunately, I need to get more camera advice. I have a Sony ZV-E10, but I want to get infrared or night vision for UFO captures. Any advice? Absolutely. And let me give you an example. I'll just real quickly, guys. I'm going to grab my infrared camera, and then we'll jump into the video. So it's really simple, man. Thank you for asking. You know, some people will like, you could ask me, can I convert my camera to infrared for $10 or $20 and then I'll be able to see them and stuff? I don't know. Probably, but I'm not sure. But I have an infrared monocular. I believe it's discontinued mine. I love it. This is my infrared model. It's a monocular. Take that as a note. Monocular, rewind to the information that I gave you. It records audio, takes images. Also, if I just want to take an image from underneath, it's very simple. I use a micro SD card. A micro SD card is this. I mean, it doesn't matter. I know most of you know it, but I'm still going to take the time to show you what my kit is. You're going to buy a lot of them. Micro SD card. This will come out and go inside of your infrared camera to be able to record and to bring it in any other device. And you don't have to have one that records, but you do want one that records in case you see some UFO. Don't worry about the zooms. Grab one if it only has 1 or 2 zooms. But this one, to give you a perspective, an idea of how big it is in my screen, 1,200 yards. It's a very small screen. You're filming now, it's bigger a little bit because the other one I had was really small. So you're filming, if you look at the Big Dipper, there's one star you're going to see in your frame moving around. You'll see one tree if you're looking around. You won't see very, very wide. And that is a good thing because this goes and gets a lot of light. Infrared camera. Don't necessarily mix it up with the heat signature camera. There's two differences. I am going to get one also, but infrared, maybe you'll get one that does both of them, both features. Get one that has the least lights possible. When you go to a store, ask, I want one that works effectively. I don't want one with a big HUD or hub inside where you see all the lights, or maybe that's what you want. But I'm telling you, the Z2 that I have, which is it was over $800 when I bought it. Okay, lasts for 30 to 40 minutes maximum. This one lasts a very long time when I record. I went to get 4 AA batteries, $15-20, rechargeable. Okay. And then hold on here. I want to be sure. Yeah, AA batteries. Okay. You get 4 or 8, it'll cost you $30, $40. And you go get beside the batteries. I got a Canadian Tire, wherever you want to get it. A charger, a small, dusty charger. Energizer is what I got with the Energizer batteries. And that 4 batteries that you put in here at the back, you stick them in there. The 4 batteries in there lasts me several hours. The videos with the card, the SD card, tend to cut around the 35-40 minute mark. I would suggest that when you're filming a UFO, to not lose any of the videos, keep them at 10-15 minutes, maximum 20 minutes, and not go over that. If you buy a card that's 250 gigs, because you want a card, micro SD card that's 250 gigs, a big card to have a lot of space, don't. They don't work well in the infrared cameras and they don't function. Nothing over 30 works in this. Not all the time. So get maximum 30 jigs, 32 jigs or 20 jigs. With that, you'll be able to film several hours with the 30 jigs of many 10-minute videos. And that's what I use, a monocular. This is a Bushnell monocular. You don't have to get a Bushnell monocular. I have in front of it the features. I can record with it on the bottom. After you record, you can light intensities there, infrared 1, 2, 3, and 4. The zoom is right here. I have about 4 zooms, but like I said, you're not going to need many zooms because you see everything in the sky. You don't want to zoom in if you're only looking at one star. Honestly, you won't have to zoom in. With your editor zoomed completely out, if you can save $200 on a monocular because there's no zoom on it, I would suggest you use that. You might see it a little further away or smaller. You can always zoom in with your editor quite easily, right? You're going to pay more or less depending on the quality of the image. If you want to film in 1080p or in 4K, you can go up into $100, hundreds of dollars. But if you want 780p or whatnot, it's infrared light. It's infrared light. Don't be too worried about what you're not going to be able to get. You're going to catch everything. Meteors in the sky, everything that's around you that is infrared. It's used for ghost hunting. If you have infrared light in your house or ghost apparitions or something, it can also be used. So you can have a lot of fun with that. And you don't have to pay $1,000 for one. You can get one that's a bit smaller. And, mine is not, well, so to say, waterproof. It's all rubber. It's like a rubber film that's over top of it. And amazing footage that you can get with this Bushnell. That's the one I have. So it's military grade. So you can stick that on a gun. Also, if you want, you can imagine you're going to be able to kill some good aliens with that. That's for sure. It's very heavy. So you get that. I suggest you get a tripod, sturdy enough because it is heavy enough, and you're good to go because it's heavy. It's not going to jump or anything in the wind. This in the wind is hell. It doesn't even jump around. And I'm telling you, you get some amazing stuff. I don't have a particular company to suggest to you. You're going to have to check that out yourself, but I can suggest Bushnell. I imagine they didn't stop making infrared cameras, or maybe they did, but Bushnell is a company where you can start looking around. And I'm sure here a lot of people have a lot of suggestions on that. So, well, thanks for asking. and it's an amazing tool. I have some people in Valleyfield region that are buying one or two of them, buying an infrared camera. I'm waiting to get a crew, about 4 or 5 people, even 2 or 3 people, so we can start going out filming and documenting what we're getting. And maybe they might want to start up channels and stuff like that. There's a lot of work coming for people in ufology in the next coming years. It's going to be everywhere. It's not going to not be anywhere. UFOs is the UFO story is going to take over the entire world and system. There's no two ways about it. Whether you believe in UFOs or not, you're going to be seeing them in the sky. And the first UFOs for some people are going to be seeing some of our UFOs because aliens exist, and so do we. So we have also some craft. So I find it very interesting sending a balloon to space because that the aliens would be okay with, because with a balloon, you're not going to get up over the stratosphere. But uh, as for tourism, I am hoping that for real, it would come to that day where all these balloons would be all around the world. They could, but I'm worried about where the money's going to go and what they're going to be funding. Could you imagine the money and revenue and income that's going to start coming in? Hey, back up just a few years, guys. Canada, United States, they started profiting from drug sales now. I have a hard time calling marijuana drugs, but now even harder drugs that they're talking about selling or whatnot. It's the monopoly. It's all about money, making money with us. So the space tourism is going to bring a lot of money to whoever, hopefully not the elites, which it always comes down to that. Motorsport. I thought I saw MS Motorsport or something. Somebody said, if he's here, hello. Hmm. Did not see him. Those knuckles are in the middle of the river. Ah, damn. Oh, I won't say it. I know what's beside the knuckles. Anyways, yeah, that's sad, Susan. We have these channels that we all love, and we try to connect to or remain subscribed to. There's channels that I'm subscribed to that I don't even see anymore, and it's like you can't see them. Remember, there was an update on YouTube. They said to deliberately cause variety and allow other channels to be known. When you're looking for your channel, one day, well, you're not going to see it because YouTube's not going to offer it to you anymore. Like back in the days when somebody posted a video, oh, Bruce made a video, sent me a notification, sent me a notification. Very hard to get notifications here. Oh, Motorsport, right on, and not the other one. I need to get more camera advice. Oh yeah, that's the one. So how come that showed up again? I thought it was at the bottom. Guess I wasn't. Love your videos, Daniel. Jay Feldman, PhD. Thank you very much, kind sir. I love your videos. It's unbelievable that the media has not made this more well known. I agree with that, bro. Absolutely. A couple of times, I think you stretch on making assumptions, but overall, hey, nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. No, there's no assumptions here, bro. Don't forget, it's all theoretical. All theoretical. We all have our own ideas, in reality, but it doesn't mean we're right. So, nothing but respect, Daniel. Thank you very much. With that, we need some debating. We need some interesting. And if there's any in particularly about my assumptions, bring it up. I would love to have a conversation about some of the things that I said or that I could maybe be wrong myself about. Because it's important for you all to know that I am here to debate. I'm completely open mind. I am unbreakable. The trolls cannot break me. There's nothing they can do emotionally. They can kill off my family, kill me, and I'm still going to be coming back as a smiling ghost. There's nothing they can do. But I'm telling you guys that have opinions or maybe want to mention to me, or you think, oh, I'm going to be in trouble or whatnot if I say this, or Bruce is going to block me. No, I'm totally open. You guys, absolutely. Well, thank you, Christy. That's good to know. Alex Beaulieu. Didn't see him. Dave, buongiorno. Buongiorno. Hey, il est là! Alex Beaulieu, j'ai trippé en mal sale, man. S'il vous plaît, prends le temps aussi de regarder la vidéo. Il est ici ou bien sur OVNI Québec Astronomie, ma chaîne française. J'espère que t'es là aussi. Take the time to check that out, bro. The Eclipse video. All of you, check out the Eclipse video. It was emotional. One point, I was in tears. It was overwhelming. The energy was so high. I regretted having looked up the New Madrid event. I'm telling you, it's just to say I didn't have a 2x4 pole, a long pole in case the ground split so that I could just hang on. I always say that's what I'd do. I'd walk with a pole vaulting, not or a thing or a, you know, a tight rope walking stick. And if when the ground opens up, I'll just hang off that and get to the edge. Anyways, lots of high energy that was going on. Man, I'll be honest with you. I still feel like I'm 19. Not physically, but sometimes physically too. Hey, absolutely. And you are all more than welcome to come by. I mean it, guys. Unbelievable. That came back up again. Everything's double. I phototherapy user. Oh, yeah. What happened, Christy? How come I'm not seeing that? If she just said Christy and she's not even there, Christy. Oh, they mix up everything. Oh, okay, there it is. Big party at the park. Wow. With the old train. We'll make picks. Absolutely. Hauled hay today and missed the driveway and nose first into ditch. Oh my God. Oh my God. Never done that stupid. Yeah. Well, I've done a lot of stupid stuff. Me, I fell down the stairs last year. No, it was the year before. And the way I fell at the bottom, it bunched I have a funny way of explaining things, but it's literally true. It threw my head in the corner of where the heater was at the same time. So the corner of the heater there with the weight of my fat 310-pound ass that flew up and hit literally the wall up and then fell back down. It should have heard me. It was like wanted to break me in half. Fell right down the stairs. Morning, head first right down the fucking stairs. Boy, that was stupid. I felt really dumb. I resumed the UFO and published, but everyone thought it was a plane. Yeah. But you'll see me the other day. They were saying it was Venus. Of course, it would have had to have been Venus beside the moon. There's no two ways about it. They're not going to admit the trolls that I always agree when somebody comes by and says some truth. But Venus is not a stop sign. I know that much. And it was close. See, there's a whole bunch of phenomena that we were witnessing during the eclipse, right? It's an eclipse. So I was expecting the sky to be different, the lighting to be different. And you know what? I didn't see any stars, by the way. I only saw one object that was beside the moon. And it was like, I'm telling you, shaped like a stop sign. Let's get into that video now. Thanks so much for being here, y'all. It's like it was jamming, eh? Check out my recent music videos I also just posted. Sugar B, I want to thank you so much for being here that length of time and for being a member. Hello to you. We're going to get into a video right now. Yes, welcome all newbies. Absolutely. Andromeda's here. Must check it out. Thanks, Grip. Do you believe in aliens? Hey, thank you, Andromeda, for being here. Right on. So present, share screen. We'll share the screen. Entire screen. Boom. We go like that. I want to bring myself down here and bring a complete screen. We'll do that. Thanks for watching, guys. A short 10-minute video that will be interesting. I hope the audio will be okay. And enjoy. Let's get into it. The stream, Saturday stream. Thanks for coming by the Saturday stream, y'all. By the way, we stream on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Montreal time, and Fridays twice, one at 1 p.m. and one at 8 p.m. Let me know in the comment section of this video if some of you want a weekend stream once in a while. Be nice to throw one in. Let's get started. Thanks, everyone. Really interesting, you'll see. The end of 2024 to the beginning of 2026, spaceship Neptune will be bringing an unprecedented number of people to space from then on. The accommodations you're going to have in this vehicle and the way they're going to go up is going to blow your mind. Let's get into it. Imagine going to space in comfort without having to deal with G-forces and the effects on your body. Not everyone is physically capable of going up in a rocket, and this way is a lot easier. That's right, a balloon. You will launch from a ship in the ocean with your balloon and splash back down into the ocean after your journey. After spending an evening in the ocean on the ship, preparing for your journey the next morning, you will launch in the spacecraft Neptune, at 12 miles an hour with a 600-foot high balloon bringing you up to space very slowly. Crazy. You will enjoy a slow 2-hour ride. Would you go? To your destination in the stratosphere for 2 hours taking photos. 12 miles an hour, steady flight upwards. Imagine bringing a telescope there. Oh my gosh. Bring your camera up there to get shots of the sun, and you can see the sun rising over the horizon, and you can see the edge of the world, as they say. Almost reminds me of the silly newspapers we'd see in the 50s and 60s about us going to space and flying vehicles, and, you know, will it happen? Spaceship Neptune. You'll be able to launch in there. There's a bathroom in there. You'll be able to order a drink at the bar there and walk around, look through the windows, and come down before splashing down at a very slow, if the balloon doesn't bust, 12 miles an hour. They did not tell me about the security systems or what would happen if the balloon busted. Obviously, balloons bust all the time. Oh, it's stronger than a party balloon. Just absolutely amazing that you can go up there to space. You'll have several hours up there to, I assume that they're allowed taking images. It would be absolutely Look at the windows. Like, what's holding it if it crashes back down to Earth? Incredible. For a photographer that does that for a living, would be able to make thousands of dollars going up there, getting incredible, great shots. And listen, my goal would be to look for UFOs. If ever it comes that one day human beings can get up to space for less than $10,000, even $5,000, I definitely will try. And since it's Saturday, our friends Johnny Knoxville, the crew, and Steve-O are going to show us what would happen if a bathroom falls back down to Earth from space. You ready, Steve-O? Good luck, buddy. You're going to need it. Order up! Blue cocktail supreme! Imagine being in the stratosphere and the balloon busts and you fall back down to Earth and this happens. No, I know, guys, but seriously, what else would happen, right? Anyways, maybe people think twice before going up. On a serious note, 2012, we're looking at launches for everything from satellites to everything, rockets, 200 launches, 2012. If we skim on over to 2023, 2024, rise on up to the amount they want to launch, it's over 2,000 launches of everything to be launched. So if I'm getting all these UFOs, and don't forget, 1,600 in 9 days. In a period of 2 weeks, I filmed for 9 days, right? 9 clear days. And I was able to get 1,600 UFOs. All these UFOs flying up and they say they're going to launch in 2024 2,000 satellites and rockets and everything, and I catch more UFOs than that. That's not counting the satellites, all from the same tree, same place in the sky. The United States Department of Commerce has been tasked with taking over the provisioning of public warnings for potential space debris collision, warnings from the Department of Defense, of course, and active satellites. Currently, there are 8,000 active satellites, they say, in space. Entirely, guys. I film 2,000 every 2 weeks. Okay. Almost all in the constellation of Leo.
Crazy.
And about 12,000 pieces of debris larger than 10 centimeters being tracked. It would be short-sighted to design a system that is only capable of tracking the number of objects currently in space. Whatever solutions they're going to deploy, of course, to prevent collisions in space, it must be capable of growing exponentially, of course, to meet the reality of increasing rate and scale of launches. Maybe instead of causing debris, it just blows my mind. It's like, oh well, we destroy space every time we launch something, so we're gonna have to just like increase the awareness, maybe like not litter space. Now over to space news. More space news. DARPA picks Northrop Grumman to develop Lunar Railroad concept. And this came out March 19th, 2024. So the proposed rail system could help humanity set up shop on the moon. Railroads could open the moon to serious and sustained economic development, as they did in the American West in the late 19th century. So that's apparently the hope of the U.S. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, which is supporting the development of a lunar railroad concept proposed by aerospace giant Northrop Grumman.
Not gonna happen.
Grumman, if you don't know who they are, they run back to the Apollo missions, and there are a slew of both private and well-known like Northrop Grumman companies that they hire technicians to do a whole slew of different types of jobs and works around a launch. So absolutely impossible to track everything. A railroad, and I imagine a railroad station on the moon.
It's already there.
All I can say is we can expect to see a lot more objects flying around in our skies to make it a lot more interesting than seeing just planes and nothing else, right? The odd space station or the other one, China, that goes by. Orbital space flight. All these companies are going to be working on tourism and launches, of course, from SpaceX to Blue Origin to all the others. And you can only imagine what's to come.
Northrop Grumman apparently has access to alien tech. Boeing apparently possibly could have access to alien tech. Martin, I mean, all the companies. So do all these companies, I'd love to know, Elon, if you have some alien tech capacity or clearance or, I mean, this, I'm telling you, this is what they're hiding. This is what they're hiding out there.
For space tourism in the coming years. You guys heard the U.S. government? This is the surface of the moon in my research.
Oh, yeah.
Showing all the structuring, that pool up there where the question mark is, rectangle, many structures on the moon. We can see the 3D of it all here. And it's not in 3D. It's because it is 3D. There are building structures on the moon, lining, going up and down all the supposed real mountains. Well, let me tell you something. The U.S. government, I don't know what's going on with them recently. I think that they smoke some good stuff because they're talking about the moon possibly capsizing, being a floating island. But I find some interest in what they talk about the gas. They say the moon is just gas. No, it's not gas. They talked about a livable gas on the moon. Well, duh. Atmosphere is a gas. Many gases, right? All combined together that make us live. Right? It's in our DNA. We can see that, which only by the 1990s will we ever have even started to be able to detect the DNA in bones. So we're at the beginning of time, guys. We're at the beginning of
I'm doing it again. The beginning of life, the story on Earth. We think all this time went by, all these past civilizations. We're part of the first civilizations. We're in the beginning of it all. Capsizing the moon, the US government said. They're smoking a lot of weird stuff. Maybe the jibber jibbers is not doing too good to the brains, because I tell you what, if they say it capsized, but listen to this. When we talk about the size of the moon, this is sinus irritant, by the way. It's in a negative image. It's me that took it. It is the sinus irritant mountain. It's ridiculous, but I'm confirming to you the mountain is not a mountain. It's cities of constructed square objects, whether they be buildings that are livable or machines that are filtering something, or part of the moon. If you're open minded, if it was a spaceship, would the parts not have to be on the outside? Yeah, literally, it's frickin' muffler. I'll show you its muffler in about a second. Those of you that want to laugh, we'll see if you laugh continually after you see the massive big ass pipe coming out of Plato crater and exhausting something, which I don't think it's the crater itself that's exhausting. I think it's the industries that are built inside of the depths of the craters. That's where it's dark. That's where it's hiding. And guess what? It's cold in the bottom of the craters. They need that for nuclear facilities. That's for sure. So, what size is the moon? A lot of you ask me, Bruce, what size is the moon? Is it big or is it small? I could tell you only one thing. I mean, anyways, I have good eyes to see that this line leaving here goes also down. This even looks like a dam right here, right? If you want to look at it, you see all the different levels. But long story short, if all these structures are connected to each other and they span through the whole face earth facing side of the moon, and that I see that these structures are all connected that along the whole entire moon. Well, how many structures do we have here on Earth that are connected that go around half of the world? We don't. Well, maybe underground or the possibly overground, but camouflaged. You know, we are in the year 2023 now. 20? No, we're not, Bruce. 24. But what could that building be? So why am I saying this? It's because it could give you an idea that the moon might really not be that big if all these structures are actually connected. And maybe the structures are not that massive, but the planet would be so freaking small that it's just a base size. But I'm telling you, I also have the theory, again, not an assumption, a theory that the moon could possibly be bigger than the sun. Maybe they're all the same size. They talk about that bullshit thing that the sun's 400 times bigger than the moon is 400 times further, and that from Earth, the distance, we see them exactly the same size. Okay. Literally, we are. That's an assumption. Secret project. So these structures on the moon. You hear what I just said? We are a secret project. That's what I believe. Time, guys. We're at the beginning of time. A freak show. Sorry, secret project. Literally, we are a secret project. So these structures on the moon, which they say if there's too many people on the moon, the U.S. government, poor guys, it's going to capsize, possibly flip over because it's a floating island. We're on a floating island. Maybe it's out of fuel and it's about to tip over. I mean, come on, guys. All these structures up there on the moon. How big is the moon? That's not what I'm interested really in. I'm interested in who's up there. And not even just getting the truth out to the public that, yep, there are buildings up there on the moon. And guess what? They're active. So that means they're actively being visited. Or do you see the descending level? Do you see how the image looks offset, and how do you see how these objects look like they're yes, upwards or slightly elevated upwards to one angle? As a matter of fact, the first theory that I brought up with this, and I'm sure my life could even have been in danger having mentioned that, it could be solar panels too, reflect or some type of weapon that is beamed at Earth. Because I don't know if you notice, the image is at the very bottom, of the sinus iridium mountain, and those objects or panels look like they are really reflected towards us. This straight edge here gives me chills where you see them intricately placed. So
Here on the other side, it can be filled with these objects too because it's white. We can't see it. So, guess what? I think the reason why we can see this area a little bit is because maybe some of them are broken or not working. Because we see some areas where we see the squares, but they look burnt out. Like, don't forget, guys, if we're looking at alien technology, I mean, we would have no idea what that is. That could be just a camera for all we know. And we're saying, look, it's buildings and there's corridors and something. These could be electrical wires that are in there, like thousands of electrical wires in there. Or it could be because don't forget, this here, my friends, is about 2 miles wide to 3 miles wide. 3 kilometers to 4 kilometers wide, maybe 2 miles wide. Okay. So, it's wide enough to fit a lot of things in there, even maybe cities. We're talking about these supposed cities that they want to make these 15-minute cities here and everything. When I look at this, I come up with all these theories and, you know, prisons, camps. I mean, what do you want these areas to be? Someone's living there, probably always have been living there. There's a lot of my research if you all want to check out clouds, smokes, atmosphere. This is Eratosthenes, just at the end of the Apennine Mountains.
Watch the word
highest
mistake.
elevated point on the moon is where that mountain ridge winds up, right in the center where there's a square in Eratosthenes crater. Not crater. Not Eratosthenes crater. Thanks for watching. That was so stupid I left it in there. Guys, to finish off this video, a nice short and sweet 10-minute video. This is Plato crater and not Crato Plater. If I left in all the mistakes I did here in the audio. So you see smoke coming out of what looks like a line. I don't want to jump to it being a tunnel, but we also see a UFO and or debris flying over top of that. Could they actually be going in or out of that tunnel? Think of it. Plato crater on its edge, that coming out. It's exhausting, this smoke. So if it's not natural atmosphere, I think it's an accumulation of both atmosphere and industries, as you see that UFO there.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday stream. That was awesome. I hope a couple of you were watching and enjoyed it. Yeah, you talked about the lighting being different, and my eyes have been completely different since I've been watching the Eclipse. And I didn't even look at it too much when it was the eye there. Hardly at all on top of it. I looked through the camera, through my lenses to, oh, yes, they have been here before. And like I said, don't forget, as much as we have, like me, Andromeda, beings and ships that are on their way here, they're already here. There's already a control of Alien 2. I'm very, I feel easy enough now to say that aliens are not only in charge of the planet, but, and it sounds ridiculous. I have even a hard time even mentioning it, but geez, guys, I think aliens are involved in politics and running the show. So, like I said, I mentioned this for the first time in my life, and all the time I've been doing this research. I hope one thing: as much as I know I'm interacting with good beings, I'm positive, still just my opinion, but I hope to hell that the ones trying to depop us are not the aliens, because there's going to be one hell of a revolution. I assure you, aliens against humans, right? And then you can go back and it's a little scary and you say, well, holy shit, maybe this is what happened in the past. We are protected by beings, but that's a little touchy too. Aside from the Galactic Federation, Earth is protected. They don't want us to blow up Earth. That would make sense, right? We could say theory wise that could be possible. Barbecue on the moon sounds exciting. Absolutely. And it's not that big either. If you look at the moon, it looks like a bunch of water parks that are there. That's what it looks like a bunch of water slides and water parks. Watch the elites flipping out. Oh my God. The son of a bitch knows it's a water park, for fuck's sakes. That's all they did. The elites just, thank you very much, Susan Ravella. I appreciate that. You are welcome, Jules. My pleasure, Motorsport ADV. I appreciate it. David, thanks, brother. Barbecue on the moon. I'd be there. I'd go. Yeah. It works. Some sprays are stronger. My dad will be an awesome day starting it out with all of you, right? Oh, my dad. Sorry about that. He's thinking of you. My day will be an awesome day starting it out with all of you. Jules, it always is. Follow my nose. It always knows. If you guys weren't here, I mean, TETs, thanks. If you guys weren't here, um, there wouldn't be a channel. I really want to thank the X platform for sticking around. To all of you people that subscribe to the channel that first day, all almost 5,000 of you, and now there's no more new people because that's what they do. It's artificial intelligence, I think, chooses the quantity of people and traffic that you're going to get on your channel. So I'm going to have to become friends with artificial intelligence. Simply Samantha, thanks for coming back. Hey, I love you for it. It is. It is definitely, if not the best, one of the best communities. And don't forget, it's a real family. We are a real family here. If you're new to the channel, you don't have many friends. Maybe you don't like people. A lot of us here understand how the world is. It sucks. We're a good bunch here, and we get along. And listen, we disagree on a lot of stuff too. Like, I mean, some people think we went to the moon. People think we didn't. It doesn't matter. We all interact and talk here. Yeah, it's a feeling I have that it was a change of alien. I like hearing that because reptilian. That's really I want to know more and more about that. And it's not ever over the years anything I've ever talked about. You've never heard me mention a lizard here, unless it was a lizard in a pet shop. I was always very careful because we don't have the proof of alien species. We got Gaia, and a lot of other researchers have been talking about species for ages. But Greer showed us the Eben. I possibly believe that they could be real. Do you notice how Ebens, grays, tall whites? I'm not even going to talk about them because for me it's still a myth until we see one. But they're very similar. You know, not to us. Well, in a way to us, but they are similar themselves, being short in height. Some 6 fingers, some 3 fingers. There's talk of one having claws and stuff. You know what, my friends? Before I get off here, I think the aliens are creatures that live in our oceans. They even swim around in the oceans that we'd never see them. You know, it's maybe they've been caught before and passed off as mermaids or whatnot. But I guarantee you, yes, maybe a pair of pants they're wearing so you don't see their legs. A little scary stuff. Maybe stupid stories, but honestly, aliens are living in the oceans. We've never, ever. Looked at all the oceans in the world, let alone the ocean's floor, where the Titanic is itself is deep, and everything implodes when you go down there. So you can imagine what aliens, if they exist, could do. And not just aliens, we got alien creatures and creatures that are here that look alien, all those incredible creatures that they show you when they go down into the depths of the oceans and the cracks and the floors and everything. It is psychotic. David, John, Mon, thank you so much, man. Thanks, you guys. Wow. Motorsport ADV, thank you so much. And Black Knight Satellite, thank you so much for being here 17 months. As time going by that fast, guys, I really appreciate that. Wow. Seriously. Bruce, very busy now trying to keep the peace. The aliens do not want this going on here. I agree with that. I'm telling you, Andromeda, they don't want the nuclear either. We're going to have to compensate things. So, yeah, like when you start seeing nuclear things going down and stuff, it might be a deliberate thing. It might be a good thing. When I heard of all the food companies being destroyed and like, catching on fire, I was like, oh my God, they're invading. Wait a minute. It's all poison. Maybe something good is happening. Maybe this is the liberation. Earth would be liberated. It's a nice thought, right? Some people can believe God exists. Well, I can also believe in that, and maybe that um, aliens, even though they don't are not maybe caring about us or whatnot, they still, if they're an advanced civilization. Hey guys, I'm sorry. All species have hearts. I might be wrong about that. Hopefully, I'm not. But if they do, they might all have emotions and feelings. I believe that all of them can be good or bad because, any being in this universe that has free will and freedom of speech is going to do his or her own thing.
its own thing. Deep state is run by aliens. Yes, and it's a possibility. So if it's run by aliens, maybe the good aliens are going to come here and take over, because listen, there are resources here on earth that they've always been coming back to. The black pyramids and the pyramids in Egypt and all that. Listen, guys, it's most likely alien built. It's not humans that built that, unless they were more advanced in ancient civilization times, which would make absolutely no sense. But again, cataclysmic events. I'm going to tell you a big inside, truth. You can take it for whatever you think it is. When an entire civilization or several civilizations grow, and when the people of that civilization that are being run find out too much about the ones running the system, it won't work anymore. You have to have a belief in something to be able to want to thrive and go on and live in life. A lot of people don't realize that the way your life is around you and the way the system is designed, it's designed to make you believe that you're in a real world. It is a physical world, but there's an illusion in that physical world, and I believe it's a physical, convincing physical illusion. We've got Albert Einstein that talked about reality being not physical illusion. He said it's a convincing illusion. The way I see it, it's a physical illusion where the fabrics of space and time are all real. Hey, I looked at an image the other day, guys, that showed the whole universe, an ideal of the whole universe, from the Big Bang and all the beginning of the galaxies as it explodes outwards till today, from the beginning of time. And they had a little image of a dot and a little web opened up. And you go, when you start thinking of objects that are really small or objects that are really big, until you actually try to wrap your mind around it. Have you ever just even taken the time to look at Earth in front of the sun? Maybe you think that's the sun and this is Earth. No, I mean, it's tiny, 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 so they say, compared to the sun, right? So you could imagine how small we are, right? The eclipse that happened, guys, there was no moon going by Earth and the sun. I'm not saying there's no moon going by Earth and the sun, actually. I'm saying that visually seen from me, from you and from everyone on Earth, we're not seeing the actual physical moon. I proved it in the last video, and you see the minute the moon goes off and the little nudge edge left, you can see that I go around and it's not there. Guys, it's my work. That's what I do. I find things in space by looking through light, bright objects, and bringing the light down and being able to see objects in their real form inside. NASA does this to be able to, with the telescopes, to be able to find planets. They look beside really bright stars, and beside those bright stars, there's often and always a planet or two in the Goldilocks zone. So they look around that and they can find out, they're having a hard time themselves finding out, the atmospheres and stuff, but they themselves are actually looking at pixels and stuff. But those pixelated images are able to tell them, yes, some say the Elohim. Yes, absolutely. My pleasure. Thanks for coming by the stream on a Saturday, you guys. There she is, Norma. So glad I found you doing a live. What you are saying sounds so true. Thank you, Norma. Norma 2021, I love you. And thanks for everything, all the extra support and help, and for being here. And I'm happy to see you on the stream Saturday. Sorry, yesterday, Norma, the eye was a little bad. So I said, I'm going to pop on Saturday to see who's here. And I have no regrets, guys. 250 watching right now. Thank you, X. Thank you, Rumble, to all new people on Rumble. Thank you very much. And the Rumble Angels, of course, Norma, Darla, Alex, everyone that goes over. Leah, Jules. I'm going to start naming them because a lot of people do it. Stephen A. Where's Stephen A? Just thought of him all of a sudden. Right on, Leah. So, hey, thanks again, everyone. I'll be sharing what I capture. Moto Sport ADV Do So. Oh, that's a hell of a nice bike, dude. Another one of my bucket list dreams. Absolutely, man. You get anything incredible, stop by the community, let us know, and I'll send people over your way, man. 100%. Karen, you rock. You guys, thank you so much, Karen. Thanks for being here, Karen. The comments over the years and everything, being a member, really, we'll never be able to thank you guys enough. Black Knight Satellite is also here. Thank you very much. Anything in UFO news before we get off?
They're suppressing everything, guys.
Canada, Sky Project Canada, you look that up, secret projects. They're also going to be interacting with the UAP task force and everything, doing the same things along the lines of the same things of analyzing and talking about UFO sightings. We're waiting for one at the end of the summer or at the beginning of autumn here in Canada. The first UFO report, I hope it's going to be a doozy. I doubt that it will be, but you never know. There's a lot of secrecy here in Canada, and it has to do a lot with the states and what the defense is doing in the states. I believe they got all their shit here on our land here in Canada. UFO news, what's new? New study looks at best regions for UFO sighting. It's all the same old news. New witness of 1973 alien abduction featured in Netflix docs speaks out. I showed that in yesterday's stream. If you want to hear an abductee from an event in 1973, you can head on over there to listen to it. If you're just arriving or you're late today in the stream, scroll to a video. There's a part of the video in the stream. There's a 10-minute video showing some cool features of some new spacecraft that will be going up for tourism in the coming weeks. 2024, at the end of 2024, by the way, after they do 10 tests with the Neptune spacecraft to send people up the balloons. Guys, I want to know where this is all happening. I want to know where it's going to be done. Those of you that are living beside spaceports, I want to connect with you. You might have video or footage that we can get out and collaborate together. I have a lot of interesting stuff coming for 2024 in this channel, guys. I promise you. On the outline, backstage behind the curtains, been investing a lot of time in finding a proper drone and some sensors and equipment like they have at Skinwalker Ranch in the coming months, years, to be able to have more precise calculations to know what height, what size the lights have, to be able to know more about photonic light. I'm really excited, guys. So I ask you to please keep coming back to the channel to support it. It really helps. And more great videos are coming. A couple of days of rain, I'm going to jump into the moon research probably, and check out the UFO videos. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Head on over to Rumble to like the videos. Maybe you want to go over to X. You can support this channel by leaving a contribution. If you're here, you are contributing to the channel. Love you guys. Check out the links in each video that I have when I post a video, and continue sharing out the research, everyone. I love you so much. Thanks for the comments, by the way. I'll see you in the comment sections. That's where I'm going right now. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.